Well, for a data center or that decision, should I accomplish my IT needs largely in-house or through an outsourced type of arrangement? It always pretty much boils down to three separate issues. There is the cost, so what is my cost internally to provide the services versus if I outsource those? How do the costs compare? There's control. If I have the everything in my shop and I control most of those vectors, I'm at the acme of control. If I move the operations to an outsourced cloud type of arrangement, my control is a little bit less, or it could be a lot less, depending on the nature of the contract. So cost and control. And then the third thing is risk. So in our litigious society, there's ongoing focus and concern on disclosures of PHI that were unintended or accidental or occurred through theft or hacking or or what have you. So those are the three pillars that need to be addressed: the cost, the control, and the risk management. Personally, my research says that the cost thing is largely a wash as far as infrastructure goes. There was at one point a pretty good delta where the outsourced services cost a good deal more. But I think with decent negotiations and a contract that those prices are pretty much the same thing. The other thing with cost, when it's outsourced, that cannot be accomplished when it's done in-house, is that the charges are based on monthly charges or quarterly or whatever. They are absolutely fixed. They are known. You can plan for them. There's no big surprises. And anybody that's run a data center knows that in fact you can have fire drills with, oh my goodness, the server crashed and burned, or storage, or a network, or what have you. And so the in-house revenue flow or cost flow is a little more and can be much more erratic than would happen with an outsourced solution. Control is kind of a funny issue. If the organization outsources to whoever the host is, the nature of that outsourcing or the control of that environment is highly negotiable, a fact that a lot of people don't realize. And so it would be possible to say, okay, host, outside host, you can do everything and anything. You upgrade my software when I ask it to be done, put in patches, do all those kind of things, back up the system, and make sure that I have good security and all that in place. So you can do that, and that's basically just outsourcing everything and all responsibilities. By contrast, you can also negotiate with maintaining a good deal of control. And so effectively you are leasing or buying infrastructure, and so storage space and CPU power and networks and that type of a thing, but maintaining an ongoing responsibility for uploading the patches or upgrades to the system or whatever. So it can run the gamut totally, and that would be a decision that the organization needs to make in negotiation with a host if the outsource solution is being explored. In the final analysis, the outsourcer is, if that solution is taken, will have a probably more secure operation than anything that most community-based organizations can provide. Outsourced companies almost always have third-party penetration testing and are certified annually by third-party auditing firms and whatever, as far as to the security and compliance with federal statute as in terms of the security. Those can be very expensive, the third-party analyses and putting in all the latest and greatest software and adhering to the policies, make sure the backups are done, having storage that will protect the records for at least 7 years, ends up being quite an expensive proposition. And so on this regard, to have that all rolled into that monthly fee for the environment from an outsourced is probably a superior solution.